Hey, give this to your kid. I heard he was a good boy. I heard he's a fan of the show.
Yeah.
Alright guys, welcome to the Life Kitchen coming out of Philadelphia. We got ESPO to bless the show with this sick one-off.
You gotta cook eggs first, right?
Yeah, you gotta cook eggs first, that's right.
The hardest things to cook, I think.
Anyway, today we're just gonna be making crepes. Just a couple of guys hanging out, making crepes. Some cool stuff happens. We're going to start off with some all-purpose flour. I'm actually using this Tipo 00 pasta and pastry flour just because it's a little bit finer. And that's what I have, but if you have all-purpose flour, you totally can use it, not a problem. Start out with, I believe, a cup. I think it's a cup. It's a cup of flour. At least it's a cup of flour now. So that's going to be 4 of these. I think I got them in there. Keep those fingers crossed. If not, I'm gonna have to send our production assistant, Dustin, over there out to get some flour for us. He's gotta earn that Light Kitchen Friends and Family merch. Also, send our production assistant, Dustin, an iron lung, please. We're gonna start a GoFundMe for him. We'll have it all figured out by the time this gets posted. Cool, so I'm just gonna start mixing this around a little bit. This is from the dollar store though, so like you can really only use it once because the numbers wash off when you wash it.
Yeah.
Shout out Dollar Tree. That's way too much. But if you're in the home kitchen, nothing wrong with a little calcium to fortify those bones. This is a half a cup of whole milk. Really confusing to say, very simple to do. Just pour it in here. Alright, we're gonna start mixing that around. Okay, what do we got? I think it's half a cup of milk and half a cup of water. Yeah, it's half a cup of water. So, don't pay attention to my dirty steak. This is kind of off the cuff. I don't even know what we're gonna call this. Also, I think I put way too much milk in, so I'm not gonna put as much water in. And then I can cut it. And I can... We're gonna add this water in now, 1/4 cup of water. Add it in like batches, that way you can like play with the moisture level. If it's too thin or too thick for normal people speak. So we'll just start getting that in there. I also have to add sugar and salt to this because this thing needs some form of flavor at some point. Add a little bit, the rest of our water in. We're not too thick, we're not too thin. I need salt, let's put some salt in. This is like you're gonna put in like maybe like a tablespoon of salt. If you're doing a savory crepe, you can put more in. Shout out Dollar Tree for the salt. If you're buying your salt boxes anywhere else but from Dollar Tree, you're getting ripped off.
Let's get the kosher check. Is that shit kosher?
Yo, come in here.
Yeah.
Is this legit? Legit. Yeah, we have a step.
I blessed it already.
L'chaim, my mensch. It's a mensch. It's like Yiddish for like my man. I need to put some sugar in here. So maybe like a tablespoon of sugar. Again, that's a lot. We got our base batter. Next thing, we're gonna add a little melted butter in here while we're whisking, just like that. And you want to really whisk that just to make sure the butter like doesn't seize. So we have our base crepe batter now. From here, you have to decide if you want to do sweet, savory, anything like that. So I'm just gonna make this a little bit sweeter. I'm gonna add in a little bit of vanilla. I'd probably say like about a capful. Again, it's probably a little bit more. I'm a little bit heavy-handed. Can you come in here for a sec? And I'll show you the key to crepes. So you can see like this is like very well mixed, but it's still kind of like lumpy. Like crepes have to be like very, very like smooth. It's like very smooth and thin. There's no leavening agent in this. There's no yeast or there's no baking soda like a pancake. So here's the key though to getting them very smooth is you take it and you're gonna put it in your blender.
Oh damn.
All right. You can see all this schmeg that gets stuck in the bowl there. I don't have a top for this. Okay, so anyway, so the key here to get those like really perfect crepe consistency is we're gonna pulse it in this blender real quick. I hope this doesn't go everywhere.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Just give it a pulse. Alright, so you gave that. So that's just gonna cut everything up and blend it up. And then here is the secret where it comes all together. Honestly, guys,
Everything's a secret.
pro tip, go down to like your local food stand, Italian market here in Philly, Chinatown, any kind of like weird family discount bodega store. Get yourself some heat-safe Chinese quartz. They're beautiful in the kitchen. Anyway, back to the crepes. So here's the key. Chinois, it's a strainer. I think it's like French for Chinese. Weird, right?
It's French for Chinese?
Yeah, so you're gonna run this through your strainer here, and this is just gonna make everything like super silky. Like, look at that. So this is just gonna make sure like any lumps or anything, but you can really see not too much is getting caught in this strainer if you wanna go in there, because like we just pulsed everything. So now that's this, and you'll see why these come in handy. Put that in the depository over there.
Kind of like how.
All right, so come in here now, because now we're gonna start cooking these. So I've had this pan going already. Now, you're probably like your first crepe is not gonna come out the best, just because like the way that heat like heats in a pan and disperses. But you can kind of save yourself a little bit of that if you heat your pan beforehand. Just don't put butter on it yet. You want that butter to be fresh. So we're at like medium heat, so I would say like heat your pan with no butter. Bring it up to like maybe like 3/4 heat, full heat, and then bring it back down and let it sit on medium heat, just so the heat kind of dissipates. So we got our butter, and honestly, like, I'm probably gonna catch mad flack for this, but like, again, I'm not a professional. This is how we roll. So I just take the stick, I'm just gonna rim the pan.
Rim it?
I'm just gonna take the stick and I'm just gonna cook this pan liberally. A decent amount. You kind of want the crepe to kind of float like a tiny bit on this because they're so thin, and the way the heat works and everything. So then that's down, this is heat, and then it just take your batter, real simple, right in the middle. You wanna come in here for this?
Yeah, let me see.
Right in the middle like this. Make sure you have like a decent amount, maybe like a 1/4 cup, I'm not sure. And then you just roll it around like this. And you see this pan is not hot enough yet. Do you see how it's not? I'll show you guys, you'll see. So this is what I was talking about earlier, about how it helps to really make sure your pan's heated. So I'm gonna bring this up a bit.
This is what you meant about the first one.
Yeah, so let's actually talk about tools real quick while we have this. So really, like, to save yourself time for crepe, like 3 main things besides like a good pan is do the blender thing like I told you. These chinois are great, and then like a flexible rubber spatula, because these are like very thin and fragile, but you can see how this has like a nice bend to it. That's gonna allow you to kind of scrape around the edge, because the outside edge of the crepe will form first, just because the way like liquids naturally disperse in a pan, like the edges will be thinner, and that will help you kind of start working it around. And then we can get to flipping, which will be a lot of fun. You don't have to flip, but we'll try to do some stuff with flipping. Anyway though, so like making crepes, boom, chinois, flexible tiny rubber spatula, and blender. Super easy. It's like, how many ingredients was that? We had milk, flour, eggs, which is like basically it. Sugar and salt for taste.
And then water.
And water, yeah, so. You wanna come in on this crepe, you see it's still kind of, see it's starting to form now, the whole thing is, see how it's sliding around now?
Almost looks like a pastry of some sort.
Exactly. So again, the hotter your pan is, the thinner you can get your crepe. That's really the key. So you want to get a good pan, heavy bottom, really cold heat. You can see it's starting to move around. Wait, should we show people the weird quirk with my microwave?
I don't know what it is.
Yes, you do. Watch. Ready?
That it's always set to.
No, this. Watch. This is amazing. How many of you people have this out here? Not done, not finished, just good.
Dang.
A Frigidaire, keep doing what you're doing. All right, let's not forget about this. So come in here.
Just plug Frigidaire.
You can see we're bending the spatula right around the corner. We can check those edges. How's it looking? I can't see.
It looks pretty even.
Yeah, but it's not. See, we want to get like a nice like Maillard browning reaction. You hear a lot of people throwing Maillard around. All that really is just like, I don't know.
It's Maillard. Yo, but
okay, 156.
Main artifacts.
Dude, see, books are never gonna die. Because
Oh wait, is that when if white flour is in one dimension?
no. Here we go. Ba ba ba. This is a result of Maillard reactions between amino acids, example, from the proteins in the egg whites with which the top crust is brushed, and carbohydrates from the lactose in the cream that is also brushed on top. Okay, so yeah, it's a browning reaction. So in here we have like the egg fat would be like the protein, and the carbohydrates would be the flour. The flour. Yeah. Also, now let's check this egg real quick.
Oh yeah.
See, it's coming along now. Ready? Sweetheart, ready?
No, I gotta get the whole thing in frame because.
I hope you got that. One take.
First try.
I want it to be browner than this. But yeah, like I said before, like first crepe's always gonna come out a little bit wonky. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. Crepes are coming along. This is like, so our school has this food marketing library that no one uses, right? Shout out Campbell Library, SJU. So I got this book, Mouthfeel, and I started reading it, and I got like halfway through it, and I realized that this is actually a food, like chemistry textbook. It just happens to have like a couple recipes in it, but it's really written well, and like I'm a food nerd, so like I love this type of stuff. It talks a lot about like food from a molecular level, about like how stuff interacts and how flavors interact. If you guys have a chance to read it, really good book. It may be a bit over your head if you're not like crazy about food or you don't do too much cooking. But for more experienced people, this is how you step your game up right here. That's it. Always read. Like this whole thing, Hype Kitchen is like, it's fun. We're having fun, you know, but it's like educational. Like not only teaching you guys how to cook, but like expand yourselves. Read, you know, research, be inspired about stuff. Like that's what it's all about. That's why I do food, because it's all of that. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. Anyway, wait, let's see how many I can get in a row. Ready? 1. Wait. 2.
No, that was
3,
1, 2, 3,
5,
4, 5, 6, 7. That was kind of a double.
How do you like that? Here, goes to your kid. I heard he was a good boy. I heard he's a fan of the show. Are you eating that? Got a crate now. Flip, ready to go. Put the
Oh yeah, the Nutella.
yeah, just give them all the brands. You guys are lucky I'm a food marketing student and I understand all like the thought and respect that goes behind all this marketing.
Yeah.
I'm a student of the game, so I'm giving you guys some free promotion to the 3 people that are gonna see this. It's simple, right? We got our crepe. Take that. Get some of this Nutella. Like that. Like that. And then we'll roll it. Like this. See the boom.
Oh, the 3s. Oh, it's chocolate. Joy.
There, like that. This one's done.
Get it out of here.
Get it out of here. On to the next one. And look, you want to be classy? Wait. You want to be a little classy? You can be a little classy. These are hazelnuts. So this is like what Nutella, what Ferrero Rocher is made out of. These are actually the same company, Nutella and Ferrero Rocher. This is actually the same filling as Ferrero Rocher. Shout out Claire from Bon Appetit's Text Kitchen. I just found that out from watching your episode on that.
That's pretty cool.
Dude, pursuit of knowledge. So just toast these up in this pan in the meantime. I got Nutella on my fingers.
I mean, oh no, is that the trash can grape? Is that the one you signed?
No, that was a Pringle.
Oh, that's even worse.
Hey, bada bada.
No, that's stupid. I have to make sure that I wasn't going crazy. It's a tag. And I thought I saw it earlier.
$3.99.
Barely.
Can I get into the salty spittoon?
Yeah, I think
No, well, you know what the thing is? People are always like, your food looks so good, and it's like, it just takes like an extra, like literally like 5 minutes just to think about your plate. I'm not like
plating something.
Yeah, I'm not like an expert on plating. These are just like small little things that I picked up that I like to do that really just like make it pop. So like that with that, like we're gonna put this sideways also because it doesn't look. That's a little too it's like
It's me! It does kind of look like
Alright. I have this new concept where I combine ASMR and mukbang. Yeah, it's like weird Korean.
Dude.
Anyway, so let me pop this crate. I'm just gonna pull it out here. So I got a crate. Put that down here. Here's another cool tip for you guys. Like stuff like this, like your pan, like not the best towel. Just wipe it out like that. There's like no grease or anything on like that. Hang her back up on the rack. And that's it, it's done. Alright, easy. So let's finalize this last crepe. Put our Nutella down. We got our Nutella down. Hit it with a little. Alright. With the whippy boy. Roll this bad boy up. I may have cooked these a little bit too much, but giant cannoli. Here. Great cannolis? Almost. Actually, another pro tip coming after. How many pro tips is that today? Did I hit my cap yet? Get yourself a bag. Don't rip it. Get yourself a bag. Helps use a smaller bag. Find yourself a corner like that. Like this. Find your corner. This little nip right here. So now you can go like this. You go. Throw that down. Some more whipped cream. Should I hit the Salt Bay on him? Salt Bay. Like that. And then lastly, we got some chocolate. Shout out Hershey. We're repping all the Pennsylvania companies. Nice little gray Arunski. I never know when to stop like this. There's a fine line between elegant and friendlies, and I think I just crossed it. Let me hook everyone up though. There you go. Yeah, guys, just like that. All right, so we just made these. These are these crazy Nutella crepes. We tried to shoot a hype kitchen video for it. Hopefully we can have that up soon. And I'll try to get a recipe for these too. Bye. It's over. Bye. Adios. Au revoir. Galinita. Buena notte. That's it. Das vidanya. I don't even know if that's hello or goodbye. Aloha.
That's definitely hello.
I think it's goodbye too. Arigato. That's it, guys. We're done. Bye. Now you can eat these. Go.